Good morning, students. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I hope that you all are happy and well at your homes during the ongoing emergency coronavirus crisis. And these are the days when you have to adopt certain strategies and certain measures which will benefit you in future. Okay, so be prepared for the future and get engaged in the proper activities, proper creational and the good activities, so that these activities will guide you, will benefit you in the future and for your board examination also. I hope that you all are reading and writing properly and use this time for the future generated activities. Okay, so let's move our next topic of class 10 syllabus, that is known as the chapter of second chapter of history, that is known as nationalism in India. Okay, basically if we talk about nationalism, then we can say that this type of this concept nationalism also discussed in the earliest topic, that was the nationalism in Europe. Okay, the nationalism in Europe, we had discussed about the rise of nationalism in Europe, how the nationalism emerged as a concept in Europe and how it affect the different nation state and how it structured the nation states, how it affect the lives of people, how it made the new nations based on territorial integrity, and how these affect the lives and the struggles of the Europe, and how the nationalism concept start from France, and how it's how it started from France and affect the whole Europe, and how Germany and Italy was unified, how the revolution of 1813 1814 affect the Europe, and what were the ideals which carried from France to the rest of Europe, and how Europe was engaged in First World War due to the nationalism, or how Balkans was disintegrated, how Balkans were disintegrated by the big powers, or big power rivalry came created by the bigger powers. Okay, in the last topic we have discussed about the rise of nationalism in Europe. In this chapter we had to discuss about the rise of nationalism in India. Okay, basically if we talk about nationalism, as I told you earlier, that nationalism is a concept which says that nationalism is based or is formed by a word named nation. What is a nation? First of all, we have to understand the term nation. I also give you the definition of nation in the earlier topic. I also want to give you again this definition, that is a concept of nation. Basically if we talk about nation, then we can say that nation is a concept which say that all the peoples who are residing, who are living in a particular geographical area, and who are tied together by common history, common culture, common language, so these are known as nation. Means nation क्या होता है? nation का मतलब है कि एक ऐसा जोग्राफिकल एरिया, जो जोग्राफिकल एरिया के रहने वाले लोग अपने आप को एक मानते हो, किन बेसिस पे? या तो उनका कॉमन हिस्ट्री हो, कॉमन कल्चर हो, कॉमन लैंग्वेज हो, तो उसी को हम लोग बोलते हैं नेशन. सो दैट इज नोन एज नेशन, और नेशन से आपका नेशनलिज्म बनता है. ओके, सो नेशनलिज्म इज बेस्ड ऑन नेशन, एंड नेशनलिज्म मीन्स दैट इज अ लव फॉर दैट एरिया. मतलब जिस एरिया में हम लोग रह रहे हैं, उन लोगों के साथ रह रहे हैं, उन लोगों के लिए क्या है, हम लोगों के अंदर एक फीलिंग हो, उस एरिया के लिए एक फीलिंग हो, एंड द फीलिंग ऑफ पेट्रियोटिज्म. सो दैट इज नोन एज नेशनलिज्म. ओके, सो नेशनलिज्म का मतलब है जब अपने जोग्राफिकल एरिया के हम लोग को प्यार उमड़ता है, या जब हम लोग अपने एरिया को, जब हम लोग खुद को एक मानने लगते हैं, द फीलिंग ऑफ वननेस, जब हम लोग खुद को एक मानने लगते हैं, यूनाइटेड मानने लगते हैं, एंड अपने जगह के लिए हम लोग के अंदर एक प्यार आ जाता है, द फीलिंग ऑफ वननेस एंड लव फॉर वंस कंट्री. ओके, सो दैट इज नोन एज नेशनलिज्म. वहां से नेशनलिज्म आपका राइज करता है. ओके, लास्ट टाइम वी हैव डिस्कस्ड नेशनलिज्म इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ यूरोप. In this chapter we have to discuss the nationalism in the context of India. Okay, so let's start our chapter, and basically in this chapter we had to study the activities or the incidents happened in between 1915 to 1945, or in 1940s of the Second World War. Okay, after the end of after the starting of the Second World War. Okay, basically we have to study in this chapter we have to study the coming of Gandhi, the era of Gandhi to the major activities which were brought between the First World War and the Second World War. Means the activities which brought between the First World War to Second World War, फर्स्ट और सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर के बीच में जो जो चीज़ें इंडिया में हुई उन्हीं चीज़ों को हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया में. ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट आवर चैप्टर दैट इज नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया. ओके, एज आई टोल्ड यू अर्लियर द डेफिनेशन ऑफ नेशन और नेशनलिज्म. So basically if we talk about Indian nationalism, then we can say that there were certain features due to which Indian peoples are tied together, or they think that they are equals. Okay, they thought that they are equal, and they also have the feeling of oneness because of the following reasons. And how nationalism emerged, there were certain factors behind the rise of nationalism in India. Let's discuss. The first reason was the formation of Indian National Congress. Okay, in 1885 a national level organization called Indian National Congress was formed. Okay, after the formation of Indian National Congress, all the major communities of India, all the major sections of the society are involved in the national struggle of India, and they thought that India is unified, and all people are protested against the British government as a unifying force. मीन्स वो सब इकट्ठा होकर क्या कर रहे थे, ब्रिटिश का विरोध कर रहे थे. ब्रिटिश का विरोध करने के लिए उनको रिप्रेजेंट कर रही थी इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस. ओके, मीन्स द इंडियंस गॉट द इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस टू एक्ट टू द इंडियंस गॉट द इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस एज अ फोर्स टू प्रोटेस्ट अगेंस्ट द ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट. ओके, ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट के अगेंस्ट में प्रोटेस्ट करने के लिए भारतीयों को एक फोर्स मिल गई थी. दैट वाज नेम्ड एज इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस. एंड इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस वाज फॉर्म्ड इन 1885 बाय A.O. ह्यूम. अ ब्रिटिश ICS ऑफिसर ने कांग्रेस को फॉर्म किया था. ब्रिटिश ICS ऑफिसर का नाम था लॉर्ड ऑक्टेवियन ह्यूम और A.O. ह्यूम. ओके, after that the second causes for the Indian nationalism or the rise of Indian nationalism was the coming of Gandhi. Okay, basically we talk about Mahatma Gandhi. Then Mahatma Gandhi resided in South Africa from 1893, and they also led the successful Satyagraha movement in South Africa against the white minority government in South Africa, which practiced the racial segregation and apartheid toward the black peoples of South Africa. Okay, so Gandhi started that movement or the Satyagraha movement in South Africa, and took British government to the knees, and they also they also experimented the first experiment of the Satyagraha in South Africa. Okay, by the advice of the moderate leader of Indian National Congress named Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Gandhi was came India in 1915. Okay, Gandhi 1915 में भारत आते हैं, and after coming of Gandhi in 1915, Gandhi took the charge of Indian nationalism from the first nationalistic movement, the first national level movement, that was नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट. और गांधी जी उसके बाद क्या करते हैं, संभाल लेते हैं पूरे नेशनल स्ट्रगल को 1920 से लेके और पूरा आपका टिल द इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ इंडिया. ओके, द थर्ड रीजन ऑफ द राइज ऑफ इंडियन नेशनलिज्म वाज द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ रेलवेज इन 1853. Okay, basically as you all know that Indian Railways was introduced in 1853 by the then Governor General of India, that was Lord Dalhousie. Okay, Lord Dalhousie is also known as the father of Indian Railway because in their time the Indian Railway was introduced. Okay, so India में रेलवे को इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया 1853 में. तो उसी की वजह से क्या हुआ, there were certain major things happened at that time where all the peoples are meeting together in trains, and they also discuss all the major activities of the other parts of India. Before the introduction of railway, the peoples have to wait, or when peoples cover the distance of one part of the country to another part, then they took loads of time. Okay, after the introduction of railway, they gone through from one part of the another country very easier, and they also want to meet, and they also met another people of another area and get the information of the other area, what has happened in that area, what had happened in that area. So all the peoples are meeting together at that time by the introduction of railway की वजह से क्या हुआ, लोग आपस में मिलने जुलने लगे, लोगों को दूसरी जगह की इंफॉर्मेशन मिलने लगी. ओके, और उनको पता लग रहा है दूसरे एरिया में क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है. ठीक है, तो ये सब चीजें आपका कैसे ड्यू टू द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ रेलवे, रेलवे से एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाना पॉसिबल हो गया. ओके, सो दैट वाज द आल्सो मेजर फैक्टर ऑफ द राइज ऑफ नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया. ओके, द फोर्थ थिंग वाज द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ न्यूज़पेपर्स एंड मैगजीन्स. ओके, एंड द मीन्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. ओके, सो बेसिकली उस समय क्या हुआ, कम्युनिकेशन और आपका स्टार्ट हुआ. There were certain Indian leaders who start publishing their articles or editorials in newspapers, due to which these editorials and newspapers were read by the elitist class of Indians, or the villagers, or the urban class, or the rural class, due to which they got the information of how they conduct the national movement against British. Okay, कैसे ब्रिटिश के अगेंस्ट बोलना है, कैसे क्या करना है. the drawbacks of the British also came from the newspapers. Okay, so basically newspaper was also the main cause of the rise of national movement. Okay, so next cause of the rise of Indian nationalism was the collective colonial exploitation of the Indians by British. Means जितने भी Indians थे उनके साथ ब्रिटिश ने ज्यादती की थी. सभी लोगों ने ज्यादती की थी. ब्रिटिश के जितने लोग थे, ब्रिटिशर्स ने क्या किया था, इंडियंस के साथ बहुत ज्यादतियां की थी, बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स क्रिएट की थी इंडियंस के साथ. उसी की वजह से क्या हुआ, सभी लोगों को एक कॉमन कॉलोनियल एक्सपीरियंस हो गया. ओके, दे गॉट कॉमन एक्सप्लोइटेशन बाय द ब्रिटिशर्स. इफ वी टॉक अबाउट वेदर वी बी when we talk about Indians, then we say that all the major segments of the society, that was farmers class, or the peasant class, or the landlord class, or the business class, or the leaders, or the soldiers, all the major segments or the parts of the government were equally discriminated or exploited by the Britishers. मतलब जितने भी इंडिया के लोग थे सभी के साथ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन और एक्सप्लोइटेशन किया जाता था, due to which they collectively launched protest against the British government. As we know, the first war of independence in 1857, and after that the collective movements also, which were launched after the 1857 revolution. Okay, so basically these are the main causes behind the rise of nationalism in India. Okay, I hope that you understand the causes of the Indian nationalism, and let's move to the next topics of this chapter, that is circumstances leading to the खिलाफत और नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट. उस समय इंडिया में when Gandhi arrived in 1915. So अभी तक जो मैंने बताया आपको, that was the causes of rise of national. इंडिया में नेशनलिज्म के राइज होने के causes मैंने अभी तक आपको बताए. I have said about, I have taught you the causes of the, or the reasons behind the nationalistic behavior of India, or the reasons behind the rise of nationalism in India. Okay, I gave you the 5 causes behind the freedom struggle of India, or the rise of nationalism in India. Okay, so let's move to the next topic. What were the circumstances by which the non-cooperation movement and or the satyagraha or the khilafat movement was launched? What were the main reasons behind that? So let's discuss the first part, that is known as war crisis. Basically, as you all know, when Gandhi arrived in India in 1915, at that time the First World War was occurred. Okay, at that time First World War was started from 1914 to 1918. Okay, at that time when Gandhi arrived in India, then Gandhi know the liberal nature of British. वो ब्रिटिश को थोड़ा अच्छा मानते थे. ओके, बट उन्होंने इंडिया में आने के बाद वादा किया इंडियन से कि हम आज़ादी लेंगे, एंड दे ऑल्सो प्रोमिस्ड द इंडियन पीपल्स दैट वी विल गेट फ्रीडम सून. ओके, एंड दे ऑल्सो called upon the Indians to join the Indian army and fought in support of British against the Axis powers, from the Axis powers. Okay, so basically at that time Gandhi know the liberal nature of British, and they also want to that British after the end of the First World, the British gave the freedom to India, but that was not happened. Due to the war, the prices of food or the prices of the essential things were rose up, and at the time many Indians were poor, so that they can't afford the useful or the essential commodity. Okay, and the prices of that things were rose up, so that's why they took the cause of the that took the cause of the World War crisis. Okay, उसके बाद क्या होता है आफ्टर दैट, उसी समय इंडिया में एपेडमिक और आपका पैंडेमिक एपेडमिक्स वगैरह आए बहुत सारे। उस समय बेसिकली ड्राउट, ओके, सूखा वहाँ पे पड़ा, ठीक है, गरीबी उस समय बढ़ रही थी, चीज़ें बढ़ रही थी, चीज़ों के दाम बढ़ रहे थे, तो ये भी एक कारण था। दैट वाज आल्सो द रीजन फॉर द लॉन्चिंग ऑफ द नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट। ओके, उसके बाद क्या होता है आफ्टर दैट देयर वाज अनदर मूवमेंट्स, और आपका नेक्स्ट कारण था द रोलेक्ट एक्ट। ओके, तो रोलेक्ट एक्ट को जाने से पहले वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द सत्याग्रह मूवमेंट विच वाज लॉन्च्ड बाय गांधी इन इंडिया। ओके, बिफोर द nationalistic types movement, Gandhi started small movements, which also limited or bound to a particular region only. Okay, Gandhi experimented the Satyagraha movement in India first on the Champaran movement, that is also known as Champaran movement. Okay, Gandhi took the charge to protest against the British in Bihar and the Champaran, basically. Okay, the eastern, which is in present, which is known as Eastern Champaran, and at the time that was only of Champaran district. The basically in Champaran region, Gandhi launched the first satyagraha in India. In Bihar, there were farmers who forced to grow the indigo. Okay, and indigo, and on the opinion of the farmers had the opinion that they were forced to grow indigo by the British. Okay, and indigo was the indigo was the crop which affect the fertility of the soil, and British also did not give any reasonable prices to the farmers. So that's why they don't they deny the production of the indigo plant. So the British forced the villagers to grow the indigo plants. So based on this consensus, Gandhi moved Champaran and started a movement against British on the Champaran movement, and they took the experiment of Satyagraha, that was known as Champaran Satyagraha, and protest against the British government. The British government was forced to hear the demands of Gandhi. Okay, that was the first successful movement of Gandhi at regional level. Okay, after that Gandhi started the next movement in Gujarat, that was known as Kheda Satyagraha. Okay, in Kheda in 1918, Gandhi started the movement for the farmers. Okay, at that time Kheda has not received enough monsoon session, so that's why the crops were not grown properly, or the production of crops were very less, and due to which the crops of farmers were destroyed. After that, due to the request by the farmers of the Kheda village, Gandhi started the movement for Kheda, and as you all know that British did not want to hear the demands of the farmers. Okay, they only said one thing, that we have to receive our revenue. We want our revenue at any cost. हमें अपना revenue चाहिए किसी भी हालत में. They don't hear the voices or the demands of the farmers. So on the basis of that, Gandhi started the movement of Kheda Satyagraha in Kheda of Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and after that Gandhi started that movement, and Gandhi started that movement, and the British government, British government was forced to hear the demands of the farmers. Okay, so that was the second successful movement of Gandhi at Kheda. The third regional movement of Gandhi was occurred at Ahmedabad movement, or the cotton mill workers movement, started by Gandhi. Gandhi started the movement in 1918, the Ahmedabad cotton mill workers movement, and that was the movement which started by Gandhi against the exploitation of the mill owners of the factories. Basically at the time, the workers of the mill or factory did not receive any reasonable wages from the owners. They have to work more. They had done they had done work 12 hours a day. Okay, वो 12 घंटे तक नौकरी करते थे. They did not receive any fund from the मिल ओनर्स, उनको कोई बोनस नहीं मिलता था, कुछ चीज़ें नहीं मिलती थी. द वर्किंग कंडीशन वॉज वेरी वर्स्ट. सो ड्यू टू दैट गांधी स्टार्टेड द मूवमेंट इन अहमदाबाद इन 1918. Okay, so these were the three regional movements started by Gandhi, and these all three movements were successful at that time. Okay, due to which Gandhi recognized as a national figure, as a national icon due to these three movements. Okay, I hope that you understand all the three movements and the reasons behind the freedom struggle of India or the rise of nationalism in India. Okay, today I end this topic to this topic. In my next video, we discuss about the next topics of this chapter to understand the major understanding of the Indian freedom struggle or the rise of nationalism in India. We discuss the non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, okay, and all the major things which is in the chapter. Okay, I hope that you understand all the concept, and if you have any doubt, any query regarding any topic, then you can comment in the comment section and also call on my private number. Okay, so just take care and bye.